Okay, I'll explain some of the tools and the reason they're set up the way they are. I'm drilling the holes through the bench top. The bench is about 135 millimeters thick, which is around 5 inches in the imperial technology or terminology. The bit that I'm using is a Colt Forstner bit. It's a 3/4 inch, not a 19 mil, a 3/4 inch. So it's standard with the Veritas and other fittings that go in the bench, such as the holdfasts, which are made by Gramercy in the US. Okay, the markings on the bit. The first one is a bit of tape with a depth marking so that I don't blow through the hole and destroy it underneath the bench. You'll see that's set to just before it breaks through. Now, once I get to that stage, I'll then have a dimple underneath the bench, which is made by this. I'll put that down through the hole and keep going until that just appears through at the bottom of the bench. And then finally I'll use a Stubai bit in the drill and come up from underneath so I get a nice clean exit hole. Although the Colt drills are good, in Jarrah it's a bit splintery and it will blow through at the bottom. Now, the drill itself, I had a lot of difficulty trying to figure out a good way of getting to know when it's exactly vertical. So what I've done is, if you can see the holes that I've marked out on the bench, I've put a small dimple in those using a punch so that the centre of the Forstner bit rests in that and locates it. Then the centre sits in there and I can sit the drill upright. Okay, on the side of the drill I've gone with a ruler, a long ruler, followed that, and I've put a black line up the side and also at the front. I've extended a line down through the centre of the drill. Now, because I'm looking down from the top of the drill, I use these lines to line up with the combination squares so I can tell when it's perpendicular to the top. Right, so that's the theory. I've got a vacuum cleaner set up to take the dust away, so I'll start that up and do a sample and hopefully everything will go well. And here we go. Okay, now just note that I pulled back a bit too far then and the drill bit came out. The thing to remember there is not to try and put it back in while it's spinning, because it'll ruin the side of the hole. I did that before, but I can repair it because I've still got it around the edge of the hole. But it was a lesson learnt, no damage done, but lesson learnt. The tip of that bit is fairly warm, but I'm done with that for now, so I'll now get the spade bit and put the tip through. tip through. And the last step now is just to come up from underneath and break it through, and then go through one more time with the drill from the top for a clean hole. The last step is going to be just to go straight down and clean the entire tube I've drilled. Now if that's right, should be able to drop in a hole cast and have it go smoothly in. And there we have it. So it's nice and smooth. If there was any problem with the hole, it wouldn't be going in quite as smoothly as it is. And hopefully it's also fairly square to the bench. And that's pretty good for what I'm doing. There you have it, one hole. Now for the other 50.